Back it again in your journalism. Shades of Sildi. Ellie would share with you a shocking new turn in the Phantom Thief case. Speak with Wymond near Sunsilk Tapestries. What if Wymond is the killer then? What if? Oh yeah, I remembered. It's like Valentine's thing. Fortunately, I'm single. A pleasure to meet you, Felice. My name is Ellie. Oh, crap. I skipped. Sorry. I didn't know that, man. Didn't know it was on. And I can't go back either. The pleasure is mine, Miss Ellie, and if I'm not mistaken, that will make your companion friend here one Ken Bladelight, right? Yes? Yes, that's me. You know Ken. As any regular reader of the Mythrol I would, I must confess to being something of an unabashed fan of your work, though it hardly befits my station to say this. I was secretly hoping that you would show up to assist in the investigation. Doubtless the inspector, too, will also welcome a helping hand. Briadrian, my man, the Sultansworn, the elite of Ulda's elite. I can only hope to prove more competent than the bungling mercenaries I've dealt with thus far. Inspector Briadrian, always one step ahead of us. Miss Ellie, Ken, a moment, if you would. Right there, very good. Now face me and don't move an ilm. Inspector, what's that in your... What the frick? The masking dust. A formula of my own devising that will allow us to see right through the thief's disguises. Analyzing the mask left behind at Vesper Bay, I was able to identify its composition and synthesize a counter-agent that will dissolve the disguise whilst leaving the wearer's face intact. In any event, it would appear the two of you are indeed who you appear to be. Brilliant, Inspector. The Phantom Thieves pulled the wool over our eyes for the last time. She wasn't like, why the frick did you do that? See, brilliant. I fear it won't be so simple. The ingredients necessary to produce the dust are exceedingly rare. Even with the entire resources of the Sultansworn at our disposal, we were only able to produce a limited supply. I see. Well, I suppose it's better than nothing. That said, have you been able to identify the thief's next target? A hidden treasure of Ulda, the last of the 4 lost relics of Belladia? I fear not. I poured through the histories time and again, but the only mentions of these 4 relics is a vague reference in an old prophecy. Most serious scholars consider it little more than a fairy tale. When darkness falls and hope fades to despair, 4 warriors born of light shall descend in a righteous glare. The legend goes on to describe 4 sacred artifacts, one each possessed by these 4 Belladian heroes, but makes no mention as to their appearance or nature. 3 times you have tried to identify the thief's target, and 3 times has he foiled us by making off with something else entirely. Needless speculation will only play to the fiend's strengths. All artifacts of Belladian's origin have been sealed within the royal vault, and a regiment of our finest assigned to its protection. I have furnished all the guards with a supply of demasking dust, and instructed them to be on the lookout for any suspicious personage. The Black Guard will be in chains, but we can lay a dirty hand on the vault doors, let alone the treasures within. You have our word, my lady. But there are even more disturbing matters at hand. Doubtless you have heard of a recent rash of murders perpetrated by our quarry. The Sultansworn have launched an investigation, but the truth of the matter is that we have been far too occupied with the defense of the vault to make any meaningless progress. We would be most grateful for any assistance you could offer. A lady asks, and a gentleman answers. Let's go, my man! He's here to join in. The one and only Hildibrand. This doofus, I love him. Cast all worry from your heart, my lady. Hildibrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire, has arrived to set right what is wrong and bring the wicked to justice. And this must be the demasking dust that is the talk of the place. But you don't need to waste your supply on me, Inspector. I assure you that I am exactly who I claim to be. Ashamed that. Inspector Hildibrand, we were not expecting you, but your services are most welcome. I will share all I know about the recent murders. The killer has claimed 3 victims thus far, the head of a publishing consortium, a high-ranking government official, and an influential scholar. Other than that, they were all influential figures in their respective circles. We can identify no common threads connecting the 3. Oh, this will prove a most satisfying case to crack indeed. And what of the method of killing? Conked over the head with a cudgel, gutted with a great sword, strangled with a subligar, mayhap? I'm afraid that we identify no pattern. In any event, the murderer plots the deaths of 2 more as we even speak. We must take action, and quickly. Understood, my lady. Clues may be scarce, but worry not. My realm-renowned powers of deduction are more than up to the task. I will see this burglar turned butcher delivered to justice. Your presence is heartening indeed, Inspector Hildibrand. Friends, please take this demasking dust we do. I fear we can spare but a single sachet, but I trust you will put it to good use. Speak with Hildibrand. Flowers. Yes, it is all becoming clear now. Our phantom killer is a florist, who, in his hurry to escape, carelessly mislaid his wares. Just what you think you're doing, eh? Whomst. I am the one who put those flowers there, eh? To honor the memory of me poor boy. You dare defile his memories, eh? 1,000 pardon, my lady. Please accept my most sincere condolences on your loss. I am Hildibrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire. I swear to you, on my own dear mother's name, that your son's killer will be brought to justice. As I was just saying, these flowers were clearly placed here by the family of the deceased, which can only mean leave this place. Run away while you still can. Run far, far away. Run only turn you into a zombie, just like my poor boy. A living person turned into a zombie. Nonsense. Not nonsense, my boy. History. Or have you not heard of the horrors of Sildi? Aye, Ulda's sibling nation, against which we waged war centuries ago. Much blood was shed by both sides, aye, but I speak of far greater horrors than death. An unholy draught brewed by the Sildi's alchemist, one with the power to turn the living to the undead, that this nation might command an army of mindless, deathless soldiers, their traders spurn. They turned my poor boy into a heap of rotting flesh and ran him through, but you won't hear that from the Sultan's warren. Thal alone knows why, but they whisked the body away before I could so much as pay me last respects. The traders spurn. I heard the stories, but I never thought them true. To be able to procure such a frightening thing. Just who are we dealing with here? A Sildin, I am sure of it. Aye, only a Sildin would know the recipe. But the last remnants of Sildi died 4 centuries ago, you say? Oh, they did. He calls himself the Phantom Thief. He does. But did it ever occur to you that he might be honest to God's phantom? Heard the tales from my own great-great-grandma, I did, about the 4 relics of Belladia and the powers they hold. The power to exact justice. A spectre of Sildi has returned to wreak vengeance on us. Woe unto us all. Have the 4 warriors of light forsaken us? My dear boy, if you only become a trade like your father, if you only kept your nose out of those history books, and never so much breathed the accursed name of Sildi, but you did, and now we're doomed. Doomed! Cool, that was an experience. That bleeding horse on here somewhere. I can feel it in my follicles. The most potent hair Wait, is that the same guy with... Oh, it is. The most potent hair tonic the realm has seen. Aye, that it was. For all of a fortnight. A form of flowing locks fell out all over again. And just as I was chatting up a lovely young lass at the quicksand, just to twist the knife an extra ill. Mountebank, Charlton, I'll find that so-called inspector and his sorry band, and pull every last hair from their bleeding skulls. There's one Lalafal there. That's a big tortoise. Sibling strife. Hildibrand is onto something. Or at least he thinks he is. My ever-loyal associate, please, tell me, what have you learned from your questioning of the scholars in these halls? That everyone is a doofus. Indeed, as it happens, I have learned much the same. Let us take a moment to review, and allow my peerless power of deduction to work their magic. A war of succession divides the great civilization of Belladia, giving rise to the sibling nations of Ulda and Sildi. The 2 nations coexist for some generations, until ill blood boils over, culminating in outright war. Daunted by Ulda's superior military might, Sildi employs their advanced alchemical knowledge to horrific ends, transforming their own citizens, alive and dead, into a fearsome undead legion. Yes, I believe I have it. The facts at hand have led me to one unassailable conclusion. Our Phantom Thief is a descendant of doomed Sildi, who seeks vengeance against those who reduced his countrymen to slavering zombies. To pacify his soul and send him peacefully to the next world, There is but one course of action. We must find the Sildin statesman who conceived this dreadful stratagem and have him apologize to the thief in person for the suffering he has wrought. That's a good idea, mate. A brilliant plan. Perhaps you'd like to go find yourself a shovel and dig this statesman out of his grave yourself? Leaving aside this nonsense of spirits and specters, it appears increasingly likely that our quarry shares some link to Sildi. His garish garb is no doubt meant to evoke the silver scales of the fallen sultanate. This Sildin connection would also serve to explain the rare knowledge of Beladia's relics our thief clearly possesses. But what of the murder victims? What common thread amongst them could have incurred the ire of our adversary? A few people in town spoke of a man cited calling upon the victims in the past days. Those who saw him said a most frightened air about him. Wait, yes, it's coming to me. Of course. My keen investigator senses ring out with a voice loud and clear. This man Miss Ellie speaks of just might know something. You really should stop thinking so hard. You'd like to strain brain muscle. Miss Ellie, who is this man and where might we find him? My sources identify the man as Guguria, a traveling merchant known to frequent Horizon. Shall we pay him a visit? Yes? If you got the business, make it quick. My time's too valuable to waste chatting with every stranger who passes by. Forgive us, good sir. My name is Ellie, a reporter with a mithril eye. Never blinking, all-seeing, you know the rest. I was wondering if we could trouble you with just a few questions. Was it for love or money that you killed them? Yes, you, the thief of many faces. Me? A thief? What is this nonsense? I don't know who you are, but I ain't got the time or the patience for this mummery. Now, if you'll excuse me, an important client awaits. I thought I recognized that voice. Lady Dorilda, well met indeed. Pray tell, whatever brings you to these environs this fair evening? Why? I live here, you ham-headed half-wit. Inspector Briadrian, this is an unexpected pleasure. Do you have some business with my associate here? Pray tell, Guguria. We can discuss business after. Pray lend the inspector here, the handsome one, whatever assistance he requires. But, Lady Dorilla, what about... Ah yes, my dear Maria's name day present. I had in mind one of the prize pieces from Eshtaime's last seasonal collection. You would be able to procure one for me, yes? Or shall I eliminate the middleman and make the trip to Ulda myself? I say just once more, Guguria, I expect you to give the inspector and his companions your full assistance. They, yes, even the stupid one, helped me regain something truly priceless. Yes, something more valuable than any mere trinket. Goodbye! Hildibrand does not catch on the fact that she is mentioning him when it comes to the stupid one. Alright. I'll tell you what I know, but you didn't hear it from me. Got it? I was looking into the killing on behalf of a client of mine. The thieves got himself some of that zombie dust. The trainer's burn, was it? And his cards speak of 5 victims. It got me thinking. Sildi, 5 victims. Aye, the Arbiters of Truth. The Arbiters of Truth? I'm not familiar with the name. Aye, few would be, on account of them being something of a secret society and all. Influential personages of the Sultanate, you see, working from the shadows to keep false knowledge about the Ulda-Sildi conflict from reaching the ears of folk like you and me. False knowledge? Pray tell, just what sort of knowledge might that be? False balls? Don't make me say no more. I've got family to feed. Very well. Just tell us one last thing. Who are you, and where can we find him? Hob. His name is Hob. When he heard what I said, he told me that he was going to set sail for Limsa with his 5 best sellswords to guard his back. Said there were many prying eyes at the airship docks. Said he had a private ship docked and waiting for him at Vesper Bay. But remember, you didn't hear none of this from me. This man Hob must be one of the killer's targets. Doubtless he also knows the identity of the remaining one. I doubt that. They say the Arbiters are so secretive, they don't even know each other's true identity. Now, don't ask me how all that works, but Hob's got high-ranking friends in the brass blade. Once he heard the victims had been all zombified, he panicked. Guess he knew that he'd be next. Thank you very much, my kind sir. Once more, the ancient Mandeville art of parley has procured for us a key morsel of knowledge. Let us seek out this Hob fellow and see what he can share with us. And let us hurry. The man's life is in danger even as we speak. Master Hob, is everything quiet alright? No, stand back. Ellie? hunger. I hunger for your brains. Ah, damn. There's no saving that man. Cam, do what you must. Okay, sir. One bow shot to the head. Yes, my first-hand knowledge of zombies tells me this particular shade of green is unmistakably that of the undead. Would seem we're a few moments late to the scene. A message, and then there was one. There it is again. Is something the matter, Inspector? Indeed, Noshu, there is. Ever since I picked up the trail of the Phantom Thief, I've had this fleeting sense. A sense that someone or something is watching us. The thief might be close at hand. We should be careful. For the moment, let us return or report our findings to Miss Felice. Secret society or no, knowing the identities of its member may yet lead us to the final victim. I, too, had best return to the Mithril Eye. Let's meet up again after. I'll see what new clues I can uncover in the meantime. You will do nothing of the sort, Miss Ellie. These streets are far too dangerous for you to walk alone. Inspector, I'll go with her. If you insist, Nashu, then I give you my leave. But pray be wary, not just for the thief, but of Miss Ellie. She has quite a temper, as we both know. What do you mean, a big fucking temper? Well, saying the truth. Miss Ellie, there's something I must tell you when this case is over. Be safe, and promise me that you will do not attempt anything rash, as you did that time when the fiend took aim at my own life. Your life, Inspector? Ah, at Costa del Sol. Yes, that was quite an ordeal, wasn't it? I'll be careful, I promise. I eagerly await the day when I may hear what it is you would share with me. Is a romance happening? A secret vow? Oh, considering my interest piqued as well. Good Inspector. Now let us be off. Miss Felice awaits our report. Miss Ellie, are you hurt? That man, I only taught him to ask him a few questions. Before I knew what was happening, he was upon me. I could only bash his brains with a conveniently placed bottle of mead, it would seem. Haha, remind me not to get on your bad side, Miss Ellie. That said, is Nashu not with you? She saw a figure lurking in the shadows and went off in a pursuit before I could stop her. This man wears the armor of a Sultan's Ward squire, yet his face is unfamiliar to me. Something is amiss. The thief of many faces. Do you think we'll find our man like this? Thrice and again did the fiend elude our grasp, but no more. By virtue of a gentleman's ingenious deductions and a lady's pugilistic puissance, I declare this case closed. I return this sachet to you, Miss Felice. Whilst the gesture was appreciated, in the end it proved superfluous to my cracking of the case. Whoa. While you're at it, is there anything else of immense value that you'd like to wantonly destroy? What? What's the meaning of this? Ingenious. A double disguise. Planted by the thief to throw off his trail, no doubt. This is Guige, one of my most capable men. I assigned him to guard the vault and outfitted him with an ample supply of demasking dust. It is inconceivable that a thief could so easily elude his grasp. Wait, could Miss Ellie be... Unless the thief was not wearing a mask. Speaking of which, has anyone seen Miss Ellie? No, that's impossible. Of course, it all makes perfect sense. With the Phantom Thief to thank her for burgeoning readership and rise through the ranks at the Mithril Eye, Miss Ellie could not bear to face the possibility of a story of a lifetime coming to an end. Thus, she hatched a plan to... But my lady, the vault has been breached. The wise man's whisper is gone. For foul crimes against the Sultanate, I hereby declare Ellie of the Mithril Eye, the thief of many faces, an enemy of the state. Deploy all troops and do not rest until she's in custody. What? Plot twist. Okay, how can I make the voice? Oh no, the game is really I can't. Bah, what is the meaning of this racket and rumpus? I'm just about to make a triumphant return. Isn't that so, Enkidu? Little chicken. I love the chicken. He's my favorite. No shoe, turn around. Miss Ellie, Miss Ellie. That shadow you said you saw, I think it was just a dormouse. To think he literally stumbled face first onto the second mask. His good fortune only knows no end. But worry not, but not to worry. Yes, I dare say the Phantom Thief has another trick or two up his sleeve. Oh, but what if maybe that's the wrong character to kind of choose to hide as? Because then he would know, he or she would know how she acts beneath the mask. My ever loyal associate. We must find Miss Ellie, and quickly. Surely, if confronted by her constant companions, she still can be convinced to abandon this fool plan. Oh, Miss Felice, I thought you had already departed in the company of your men, but all for the better. Shall we conduct the research together? I fear they will only put them at greater risk. You see, the fifth and final member of the Arbiters of Truth, the Phantom Thief's final target, is none other than Hildibrand Mander. Me, mind you. It is not the role I sought of my own accord. My name and my passion for history are somewhat well known in the Sultanate. One day, I received an anonymous letter stating that the position in the committee had come open and I had been chosen to fill it. The letter went on to enumerate my duties, to prevent the spread of historical lies that would sully the name of our illustrious nation. As a high-ranking officer in the Sultan's Warren, I was deemed to be in a particularly unique position to serve as an arbiter. I knew that there were other members of the organization, but was told nothing of their names or identities. To think that my unknown compatriots were victims all along. I cannot put any more lives in danger. I will sequester myself in a place where my presence can cause no harm, until such time as the killer is apprehended. Your concern for our well-being is most touching, Miss Felice, but there's no need for such caution. As a seasoned inspector, I am more than capable of protecting a lady in distress, and as a gentleman, that is exactly what I shall do. My associates here also stand at your side. Speaking of which, has anyone seen my your loyal assistant? Inspector, over here! Ah, there you are, Nashu. You really shouldn't run off on your own like that. I was worried sick about you. I'm sorry, Inspector. Miss Alice said she saw somebody in the shadows, so I want to take a look. Now, there wasn't anything there but the dormouse, but it was a really cute dormouse, you see. It just kept squeaking and scurrying away, and I just, oh, it's like this person knows her to a T. Pardon me for a moment, Nashu. Yes, my inspector sense speaks to me. Someone is watching us, Ken. Let us split up and canvass our surroundings. Nashu, I know it's you. It's like the Phoenix Wright thing. Oh, Godbert! Oh, if it is my beloved son's staunch companion, the mighty Ken. I was in the area on a matter of business, which I curtailed when I felt a suspicious presence from the shadows. Pursuing it led me here. Mayhap it is the same for you? Back off a bit. Oh, so your pursuit of the thief of many faces had taken quite an unexpected turn. And now, have you come upon a series of anonymous letters? Mayhap our watcher in the shadows is a friend, or is this but another trap laid by the fiend? Yes, the plot thickens like a dollop of salamander oil. In either event, I dare say the circumstances call for utmost caution. The thief could be anywhere, or anyone. Myself excluded, of course. No mere mask could replicate the physique of this Manderville man. That said, I fear my dear Hildy may be in a bit over his head this time. Allow me to assist in your investigation. Were anything to happen to Hildibrand, his dear mother would, not be pleased. Nothing particularly odd about any of them, you say? It stands to reason. The fiend would not take such a risk if he were not utterly confident that he could pull off the ruse. Curses, this one's not half the fool his son is. I must elude him, and quickly. Time is of the essence. I questioned the Sultan's Warren outside. To a man, they insist they have seen naught of Miss Ellie, whenever she could have gone. For father, what brings you here? Yes, finally, the pieces are coming together. Now, if you would kindly stand still and shut up, the fiend already stands among us. Inspector Briadrian, I should hope you're not doubting me. While I'm quite convinced that even a master impersonator would struggle to recreate your particular brand of idiocy, the fact remains that anyone here who has spent even a moment alone must be considered a suspect. The thief has proven to be highly efficient at assuming new identities. An astute observation, my gangly friend. I say this occasion calls for a dose or two of that powder Ken had found earlier. There wouldn't happen to be another sachet or two lying about, would there? What remains of our supplies has already been distributed to the search party, but worry not. They should be reporting back within a bell's time. Ha, Tom might be against me, but just you watch. I'll wiggle my way out of this and turn you into the reeking, drooling corpse you deserve to be. A fare that is more time than we can afford, Miss Felice. Fortunately, my power of deduction will lay the fiend's face bare within minutes. We know that, given a choice, the thief prefers to impersonate familiar personages. As Miss Ellie has had only passing interaction with my dear father, we can safely eliminate him from a consideration. That leaves myself, Nashu, and Ken here. Nashu and I, in particular, have had a close and extended relationship with our suspect. I shall begin by questioning mine own assistant. I assure you that none know her better than I. Brilliant reasoning as ever, Inspector. Go on, ask me anything. Of all the times for this overstuffed buffoon to start talking sense, if he asks me anything too obscure, my cover is good as blown. My relationship with Nashu is so close, I dare say at times, it is as we share a mind. If this Nashu is truly my ever-loyal assistant, she would have no trouble completing my thoughts. Ahem, I'm a Manderville. Man! Yes, doing what only a Manderville can? From the Peace of Querthas to Thanaland. Manderville. Man, you're the best, Inspector. A perfect score. You may rest easy there, friends. This is unmistakably, unequivocally, undubitably the true Nashu. I've never loved you more than now, you marvelous muttonhead, you Nashu. Is something the matter? Just because you picked up a few more wrinkles beneath the eyes, there's no need to avert the charming face of yours. Wrinkles? Look who's talking, crusty, old, genius, Inspector. The charade is up, Miss Ellie. What the fuck are you? Miss Ellie, you look somehow different? 7 hells, done in by a muscle-bound muttonhead and his motley troop of mummers. Just who are you? Your resemblance to Miss Ellie is most uncanny, and yet. Consulting Inspector Briadrian. Once again, you failed to measure up to your lofty reputation. Of course we resemble each other. Ellie is, after all, my own flesh and blood, my beloved sister, and my eminently capable partner in crime. 1,000 faces I may wear, but only one name do I bear. You can call me Ceci. Charmed, I'm sure. Are you quite alright? Why? You look as if you've seen a ghost. Despite my moniker, I assure you that Ellie and I are no specters. What we are, mind you, are the last living science of Sildin's aristocracy. Bemused, are you? Befuddled to find 2 sisters behind the mask. Try using your brains once in a while. Every time you encounter the thief, Ellie was standing right in your midst. No, the thief that 4 times stole the show. Oh, and those priceless relics was me. Meanwhile, Ellie hid in plain sight, supplying me with just the knowledge I needed to stay one step ahead of my pursuers, all while spinning the hair-raising tales of my exploits that won the hearts of this nation. We owe a lot to you, truly. Why, without the tales of your hapless attempts to catch me, we never could have risen to this height of celebrity. Miss Ceci, from a gentleman to a lady, I would ask of you one thing and one thing only. What is it that you and Miss Ellie hope to accomplish with all of your schemes? Justice. 400 years ago, Uldan's dogs reduced our great nation to a nation of zombies. At long last, the cowards that would still justify these foul deeds will suffer the same fate. Wait, the histories say it was Sildib that turned their own men into zombies. The histories lie, and you work from the shadows, silencing those who would speak the truth. You should have died with your fellows, false arbiter. It was Ulda that ordered the creation of that dreadful powder, and wielded it as a weapon against our proud ancestors. The history of your glorious sultanate is built on a lie. lie. What is this madness you speak, woman? Not madness, truth. The powder in my possession was stolen from the Ulda army 4 centuries ago by one of my ancestors. They say it was his final act of courage in the moments before his leg fell off and his rotting head dropped from his shoulders. This is the truth that histories don't tell. The truth that his doe-eyed Sultansworn would kill to keep buried deep in the sands of Thanalan. But your time of reckoning is nigh. Oh yes, before long you and everyone in this rotten nation will know firsthand the horrors my ancestors knew. Ha 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 ha. And just what do you mean by that? How the idiot laps up the stories. A masked crusader for justice. A dashing rebel waging battle against power and authority. Oh, if only they knew. But they will see soon enough when they're eating each other's brains out on the streets. In the last days before our proud nation was razed to the ground, a band of the final survivors stole a vast quantity of the powder from the Uldan's vaults, hiding it away in a secret vault sealed with powerful magics. The sole means by which the vault may be opened by assembling 4 secret relics from Belladia, 4 relics once housed in a royal palace of Sildi, before the Uldan's dogs stole them and claimed them for their own. And so, it dawns upon you at last. Yes, even as we speak, Ali makes for the vault, a 4 relic safety in hand. Just think, one day, you'll be able to tell your grandchildren you were there when zombie powder rained on Ulda. No wait, you'll be dead. Preposterous. But first, you, my dear, you will not even have the pleasure of looking up on the last moments of your precious homeland. Let the flesh rot like all of your rotten lies. I think not, Miss Ceci. Hildibrand. I don't think it works on him. You idiot! Just for once, could you not get in the way? Godbert Mandervale. I can't even trust your sorry arse to look after him for a day. What the? I knew it! The presence watching us from over the shadows. It was you, my dear wife. What the frick is going on? Well, she's a Manderville wife, so I get... Even Godbert is scared. And Godbert is even down. I am to understand that you're Hildibrand's mother? I'm so goddamn confused now what is happening. Aye, this is more like it. Hand to hand, skillet to skillet. It's enough to send the warrior pulsing racing. Prepare yourself, Ken. This time for our final confrontation is nigh. What the frick is going on? Okay. Okay. Oh. Julian, do you have popatos for brains, you overstuffed buffoon? My beloved boy's been turned into a stinking corpse, if you hadn't bloody noticed. You, kind of something, was it? Yes? Hildis told me all about your hijinks together. Pleased to meet ya. My dear boy's always had a bit of a rebellious streak. What can I say? I can come on a bit too strong at times. But can you blame me? This time I thought to sit back and leave things to my soy arse husband there. And look what I got me. You're helping me out, won't ya? Yes. Hey Enkidu, just chilling. Reunited with my dear boy for the first time in ages, and just look at him. He's green. Fortunately, there's still time to reverse the zombie curse, and I know just the remedy. A phial of holy water. The ingredients are simple. A tatter of oversold rags and a phial of twice distilled water. Singoth at the market stock the former, and the latter you can procure from a trader by the name of Guest. Now hurry. Once the poison spreads throughout his veins, no antidote will save him. In the meantime, I will search for the bumbler's bumbling assistant. With any luck, Miss Nashu is still alive. Ouch! That's smart, said Gads. Hildy, you're looking none too hard to yourself. No thanks to you, you bumbling oaf. Now, are you going to accompany Can here and make yourself useful, or do I have to reintroduce you to that wall? But of course, my lady. Gilgamesh is ever at your service. Singles, sundries, was it? Come now, Can. There's work to be done. I just love the way he walks. Thank you, dude. Oversoul's rags, you say? I fear that I've only a single tatter left in stock, and it's already been spoken for. But, my good man, you must reconsider. My dear friend's life, and quite possibly mine own as well, hangs in a balance. I sympathize with your plight, friend, but the man has to make a living. I've been promised a copious supply of rare chimera membrane for these rags. Unless you can offer me the same, no deal. Gah, and expect us to be able to summon such a rarity out of nowhere at a moment's notice? Well, look at what we have here. If it isn't a warrior of light from the Colosseum. Funny you meet me, who you meet at the markets. Oh, as it happens, I just returned to my training, and the slaying of 10 chimeras just happened to be my task for the day. If it's chimera membrane you seek, you're more than welcome to a share. My lady, you're far too kind. Don't mention it. If it hadn't been for Inspector Hildibrand and Can here, I'd still be tag teaming with that slimy beast and cheating my way to fame and fortune. I am a woman who pays her debts. That'll take me if it wasn't Avila the Tempest. Ever since she confessed her trickery and started climbing back off the bottom of the ranks, I've been proud to call myself one of her biggest fans. Why? I have a mind to give you the rags you seek simply for the privilege of meeting her. Oh, thank you. A kind sentiment, my good man, but we are more than happy to uphold our side of the bargain, aren't we, Ken? And with this, our task here is done. Now, let us find this trainer named Guest. The blundering Mandeville boy is on his last legs and you need something of mine to save him, you say? Perhaps you give me a good reason why I should care. Those bloody Mandevilles are richer than the traders themselves. Yet they have the audacity to haggle me down to the last gill for every purchase. If the family line ended today, I'd be happier and wealthy man. And now, I believe the ballroom calls. Good day to you, and do pass along my condolences to the grieving parents. Having that shred of honor or compassion in that spindly body, business rival or no, the man is on death's doorstep. I don't care. After the events of that day, my father will not so easily forgive and forget. But it matters not to me. No, my love for you is as deep as even the seven seas. I beg of you, my lady, may I have this dance? What the? Why is she here? Hello? Yes, hello. Ken, what a lovely surprise. Are you here for the ball, perchance? No, not really. I'm just finding something. Heavens, the poor inspector. Well, if it isn't the Lapis Maiden in the flesh, what say you bid farewell to preening fops and scruffy adventurers and share a dance with a cultured gentleman befitting your great beauty? Why, it would be a pleasure and an honor both, my lord. Yes! Got the scoop, boys! Provided you first provide my good friend Ken with a bottle of twice distilled water that he seeks. Oh, shit. So, does he want for the dance or not? You know this man. Bah, if that is the price you would set, then so be it. Take it. It's barely worth his weight in gill. Anyway, now, shall we, Miss Arabella? Thank you for the distilled water. Arabella! I knew Hildy to be a worthy rival, but to think he was disbeloved by so many. Clearly, this ram would deeply mourn his loss. Quickly, Ken, let us deliver these goods while there's still time to save him. I'm gonna be honest here, I should have kinda known that Ellie might have to do something with it, but I'm too stupid, I didn't realize that. Bloody brilliant, I take you over my muscle had the half-wit of a husband any day. Why, thank you. Now, stand back and let me show you some real Mandeville home cooking. We're gonna cook it from. We don't have a kitchen. Thal, you bloody bugger, guide my skillet. Aye, that just stop it, spread. Now it's up to Hildy to flush what's left of his systems. Don't worry, he's my son after all. I reckon he's still got some fight left in him. Look who I found. She was slumbering obliviously in a rubbish-strewn corner of Pearl Lane. Boy, did a nap feel good. Yes, I'm sure it did, Can. Word has it that Ellie has been sighted at the Sildine ruins. We must go there with all haste. You've done well by my dear boys today. Don't worry, I handle things from here. There's a nice warm bed for him, and I think I know a few specialists who might know a thing or two about his condition. What in the seven hells are you standing around for? The future of Ulda is at stake. As the PvP music video. Ken, my strength is yours as well. For Ulda and for our friend Hildy. You remind me of my husband. What with you having more muscles than sense? If you're so keen on making yourself useful, why don't you run to the markets and bring me some fire crystals? Keeping my boy warm is key to fighting off the zombification. Let's see. I believe 20 crates or so should suffice. I'm a warrior, not an yes, my lady. Cool. I say, Enkidu, the burden we must bear simply to secure my long-awaited final confrontation with Ken. That said, the events of the day have given me cause to reflect. Ken and Hildy both, to be blessed with such veritable legions of friends tried and true. But alas, not I, no. Only one true friend I have ever known, and she is long lost to me. You are a fine bird, and you give me great comfort in my travels. But you will never be Enkidu, my one and true companion. Oh, my friend, were you here with me? If we Ken could not stand against our combined might. Oh, Enkidu, wherever you may wander, hear my words, and return here to my side. Enkidu, do you hear me? Enkidu! The gods? What's that flash from the heavens? It nearly blinded me. And what? The crystals, where have they gone? Fancy meeting you here, old friend. That voice, could it be? My faithful companion, why must you always make me wait so? Her last vow, Yulian will send you on your way. Oh, she is sleeping. Oh, she does not have her hat on. Ken, I suggest you leave this place while you still can. I bear you no grudge, but should you just much as think of interfering, I'll not hesitate to turn you into a zombie too. So it was you, after all. Consider me disappointed. Your sister Ceci is already in custody. Surrender now, and I will see that no harm befalls her. How little you understand us, Inspector. Then again, how could one born into a life of power and privilege ever hope to understand? Ceci and I have no family, no friends, no fortune, nothing. 2 sisters against the world, with only our guest for justice to give us meaning. Long ago, we made a vow. Should the worst happen, our mission takes priority over all. Yes, over our own wretched lives. Do you see now? Anything you might have once had to lose, I lost long ago. Now stand down, or suffer the same fate as the old down dogs you would defend. Stop this madness. I'm sorry, Inspector. There's too many of them. All in a day's work for Mandeville man. This guy, dude. This is so stupid and I love it. Gilgamesh ain't doing shit. Oh, okay, now he is. Yeah! You only delay the inevitable. I have an entire legion of the undead at my beck and call. Face it. It's only with Inspector Hildibrand's ridiculously good fortune that you even made it this far. And he is as good as a 6 films under. Be forewarned, girl. Know that I speak from experience when I say, underestimate Hildy, and you do so at your own peril. I'm afraid you underestimate me as well. No mere splash of holy water can stave off the effects of the trader's spurn. I fear the good Inspector's luck has finally run out. False balls, is there no end to them? I'm not liking our chances. Greg, was it? It's a shame to lose you, Ken. Warrior of light that you are. You might yet have served one last purpose for us. Go forth, my zombie minions. No. When darkness falls and hope fades to despair, 4 warriors born of light shall descend in a righteous glare, bugger me with a broadsword. Are my eyes to be believed? That pose? No, these are not 4 warriors of light that I see. They are 4 gentlemen of light! There's the bald guy. Just so, my good man, Hildibrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire, has made his triumphant return. Did you miss me? Aye, we'll meet again, girl. Tell me you got some snurble tonic, or I'll fashion myself a wig from your lovely locks after rip them clean from your bloody head. Oh, hello there, Mr. Eleazar. You're looking absolutely resplendent today. Impossible. The holy water couldn't have cured him. It didn't. Fortunately, our overlord spent quite some time building up an immunity to zombie powder. When we heard that Master Zombiebrand was at risk of joining the actual dead, we knew we had to take action. Immunity to... I'm just going to pretend that makes any kind of sense. The 4 warriors of light. Just so stupid, I love it. The game is up, Miss Ellie. Pray, abandon this madness. Besides, plots of mass murder hardly suit a lady like yourself. It's over. It's all over, Inspector Briadrian. You said there was something you would tell me when all was through. I imagine you have no words for me now. Ellie, your powers of deduction are wanting. You said that you had lost everything and everyone you had to lose, did you not? As for me, I have found someone with whom I intend never to part. I care not if it takes years, even decades. When you will emerge from a jail cell a free woman, I will be there. What say you? Ah, it's a sweet love story. Yay! Miss Ellie, while the crimes perpetrated by you and your sister are unpardonable, you are far from the only ones guilty. On behalf of the Syndicate, I offer my apologies for the false aspersions cast upon your ancestors. You said that the nation of Ulda was built on lies. Seeing what I've seen today, I cannot deny your words. It will not be an easy task to rewrite, nay, restore history, but know this, I will do everything in my power to bring the truth to the fore. Man. Is it time to battle? Ahem. Are we not forgetting someone here? And by someone, I mean me. What, we have a heartfelt moment here and you just wants to battle? That's Xenos at this point. If you're quite done playing cloak and dagger, I require Khan's presence for a matter of far greater importance. Aye, the time of our too long delayed confrontation is nigh. Why? Why the long face, friend? Ah, but mayhap this will have you singing a happier tune. A sword. Could it be the treaty blade and the true one at that? None other, and I have not the slightest intention of parting with it, save to the one who would defeat me in single combat. Ah, but I misspeak. It will not be single combat this time. Is that my cue, old friend? Chicken? Oh, that's why. Wait, but where's the chicken Enkidu then? I'll be merciful. What is that abomination? Some new breed of void scent? Abomination? I'll thank you to address my companion with courtesy, girl. But 'twas the most curious thing. Here I was, holding a crate full of crystals for Hildy's mother, and thinking how much better things would be if my dear friend Enkidu were there. Then came a flash from the heavens, and the next thing I knew, there she was. By the gods, it makes... Why is the zombies... Okay, they're just gonna do their own thing. By the gods, it makes perfect sense. Doubtless the crystals heard Greg's heartful plea, summoning his forth his friend. Nay, no more friend, but rather the primal Enkidu, and the world has now completely and utterly ceased to be bound by the laws of logic. Ken, you may have bested me in the past, but facing the two of us together will not prove so easy a task. And yet, I trust you will not shirk from the challenge. I, Enkidu, and I shall await you at Ampador Keep. This way from here. But what better venue for our climactic confrontation? If you will claim the treaty blade, then claim it for me as a warrior. To the skies, Enkidu, to the skies! 2 against 1? That's not very gentlemanly of you, Ken. Greg, come Ken, to Ampador. This is a grave development indeed. To think that one man could summon a primal on his own, I must send word to the Science at once. But I'll have you know, I am members of the Science. Oh, but of course, I had near forgotten we had a warrior of light in our very midst. Please, Ken, you are our only hope to slay the primal and reclaim the blade. Yes, will do. Yeah, but where's the chicken, Enkidu? I did it. Easy. Oh... I was just talking about getting Enkidu as a minion. Let's see what we have. We have a Enkidu as a minion. Let's go. I needed that minion. Oh, I remember this dungeon. Hey, Enkidu. Chicken Enkidu, I mean. Ha! I lied. Again. Haha. You can take the frosty old blade for all I care. I'll thirst for true power, not save the strongest sword will suffice. Warrior of Light, you have proven a worthy opponent, but I warn you, treasure every moment with your weapon. And Enkidu. For as sure as day follows night, the hour will come when I claim it as mine own, till we meet again. Wait, but where's the... primal Enkidu then? Ken, what news of the primal and a treaty blade? Remarkable. I knew the warrior of light would emerge triumphant. Let us hope that Inspector Hildibrand enjoys similar success in finding the blade. Probably not. Such design, such craftsmanship, at once bold and powerful, yet sensitive and refined. I believe I found the inspiration for my next art piece. Of course they are beautiful. They were the greatest treasures of lost Sildi. To think they were locked away in the vaults of those that destroyed our homeland and dragged our ancestors' name through the mud. And just how did you come to know of these long lost relics? There was an ancient scroll passed down in our... Nashu is basically sleeping or nearly close to sleeping every scene. There was an ancient scroll passed down in our family, left to us by our dear grandmother. It spoke of the 4 warriors of light, their 4 relics, and an incantation of untold power. If we could have wielded this magic of legend, Elena might have had the last laugh. Alas, speaking in the words are no effect. Only a warrior of light can wield the power, or so the legend goes. What I wouldn't have given to see it. The ultimate achievement of the greatest mages this realm has ever known. And just what sort of incantation is this? The ring cast upon the doors of justice. The wise man whispers verdict true. Azema's virtue shines down from the heavens. To complete the incantation, the warrior of light will then hold forth the treaty blade and speak, "Blade in mind, I swear unto you." The legends differ as to what next happens, but all speak of a great holy radiance shining down from the heavens. Over there, friends, Hildibrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire, returns with tidings most triumphant. Behold, safe in my hands, none other than a treaty blade, and the real one. This time I swore unto you. Yes, just like that. I swore unto you, then... My word. Whatever is this odd tingling sensation? Ridiculous. Hildibrand isn't the warrior of light. He's just some fool who thought he could stop the lesser moon with his own bare hands. It would seem the treaty blade is just as confused as the rest of us. What the frick? No, the light. Someone stop it. It won't stand to see the legendary power of our forefathers wielded by this muscle-bound buffoon. Skyward Hall! Okay. Even the sword is like, oh freak, you know, I'm gonna go away. Well, I dare say that proved to be the most useful incantation indeed. And so the light of justice that shone from the treaty blade banished the shadow, returning peace to the land. So the legend ended. I must say, I never expected it to be quite literally a beam of light. I suppose it would not be much use to us after all. Inspector, wait for me! Thal's balls. Hildy, first you almost die at your poor man's mother's feet, and now you fly off to God's nowhere without giving her a kiss goodbye? Oh, it appears that the case of a wanderlust has once again struck Hildibrand, as it has many a Mandovan man before him. Godspeed, my boy. When the day comes to you tired of mystery solving, your dear old man will be here to pass on to you the family art. So in the end, the Sildin incantation of legend was wielded not by a warrior of light, but a gentleman of light. Well, the treaty blade is some 6 centuries old after all. Perhaps it's not quite as sharp as it used to be. Or is this the way he is now being sent to the Ishgardian place? The magic that brought peace and happiness to the people of Belladia. It was every bit as beautiful as I imagined. To think that I will see it with my own eyes. It's nothing short of a dream come true. He bubbles and stumbles through yet another case, and he manages to make a girl's dream come true. A gentleman to the end, the bloody bastard. I'm just wondering, where the frick is he sent to? High up in the sky. The sword is like, oh, hell no, I'm getting away from this guy. What's this? A glint in the corner of my eye. A curious scent wafting in on the winds from the far-flung land. Do I smell a case? Worry not for me, my friends. For whatever the wrong want for succor, I, Hildibrand, shall be there to save the day, or whatever he said. This is so stupid, I love it. Hildibrand will return? Even the creators, will it return? We don't know. Oh. Man, he was trying to moonwalk. Oh. Goodbye, Mr. Cobb, whatever the monster is called. I don't remember.